Who are TikTok's new owners? The new owners of TikTok US include a mix of powerful tech figures, media moguls, and investment firms. Larry Ellison, the co-founder of Oracle, leads the consortium. Oracle already managed TikTok's US data and will now oversee its cloud systems and algorithm. Ellison is also one of the most generous private donors to Israeli forces in the world. Oracle has collaborated with Israel on surveillance and defense projects, including in the occupied West Bank and in Gaza, and Ellison is said to have cultivated ties with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu over the years. Rupert and Lachlan Murdoch, who control Fox News, The New York Post, and much of News Corp's global empire, are confirmed investors. Their media outlets have been criticized for consistently defending Israel and attacking pro-Palestinian activism, raising questions about whether their influence over TikTok could further shape how content is curated or censored. Michael Dell, founder of Dell Technologies, is also among the new owners. His company has supplied Israel's military and security sector with hardware, data, and AI capabilities, often through Israeli startups. Dell himself has been a strong supporter of Israeli tech ventures, and his company was mentioned in a report by UN Special Rapporteur Francesca Albanese as one of the corporate actors allegedly profiting from the Israeli occupation of Palestine. Another key stakeholder is MGX, the investment fund chaired by Sheikh Tahoun bin Zayed, the UAE's national security advisor and brother of President Mohammed bin Zayed. MGX will take a 15% stake and a board seat, positioning Abu Dhabi as a global tech investor closely aligned with US and Israel, with whom the UAE normalized relations in 2020. The Silicon Valley private equity firm Silver Lake is also part of the investor group, bringing additional Wall Street influence to the deal. Together, Oracle, Silver Lake, and MGX will control nearly half of TikTok US. How does this connect to Gaza and Israel? TikTok's prominence during the Gaza war was not incidental. It is said to be a central reason to why Washington moved so forcefully against the app. With ownership now in the hands of figures and institutions closely tied to Israel, many warn of heightened censorship of Palestinian voices, particularly after US lawmakers accused it of spreading pro-Hamas and anti-Israel narratives to young Americans. Rights groups, including Human Rights Watch and Amnesty International, have already documented widespread removal of such content on Meta and other platforms and fear TikTok could follow the same path under its new leadership. The app that once amplified Gaza's suffering may now be reshaped to silence news from there. What does China get out of this? Despite early resistance, Beijing ultimately allowed the divestiture. Trump said he spoke directly with Xi Jinping, who gave the go-ahead. China's top negotiator Li Changgang confirmed the deal while warning against broader suppression of Chinese firms. While ByteDance will retain a 19.9% stake in TikTok US, its effective control is gone. Will TikTok change for users? For ordinary users, little may change immediately. The app will still recommend videos across entertainment, culture, and politics. Trump even joked that he wished it were 100% MAGA-related before saying all groups would be treated fairly. The real shift will come in moderation. With Ellison, the Murdochs, Dell, and MGX at the helm, TikTok is expected to align more tightly with Washington's political establishment and with Israel's interests. Palestinian content already targeted may face even steeper suppression. Why does this matter? TikTok has 180 million US users, most of them under 40. They are the demographic most critical of Israel's war on Gaza, with polls showing disapproval of the war at nearly double approval rates. The sale shows how a youth-driven platform that became a megaphone for Palestinians was turned into a geopolitical bargaining chip and handed to investors whose fortunes and politics are closely tied to Israel. Trump presented it as a national security victory, but for many, it looks like a strategic takeover designed to rein in one of the few digital spaces where Palestinians found global visibility.